Yo, 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 OTT.
Hey,
OG.
Mario from the barrio. Oh,
No,
not so
the
much from the barrio anymore. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm used to
What's
it.
going on, OTT? How's it going? You
It's
have your crew here,
Hello.
ripping red,
Hell
holding
yeah.
it down. That's what I like
Of
to see,
course.
OTT. That's what I like to see, man. Good shit.
Hell yeah. Listen, this is so out of my style. All right, I'm just gonna be honest. This is out of my. You guys know me. All right, I'm a lone wolf. I'm the type of guy that wants to just get it done by myself. You know what I've realized? I've realized you can't do fucking shit, anything meaningful in this place without the help of others. I've learned that the hard way. Trying to go up against everybody and everything at all times to prove myself without having to try to work something out with somebody on the other side. So this is out of character for me, all right? I'm here because I have a big ask. And the only reason why I'm coming to you is because y'all came to me about BBMC. We've done quite a bit of business when it comes to, guns. We'll continue to do that business. Same with the materials and whatnot. And I feel like we got a decent relationship. Like, we're not in bed together or anything, but, I'm not talking shit about you. Maybe you're talking shit about me, but you're good at hiding it. Everything seems okay.
I do.
Fuck.
I talk shit about everybody though.
Okay.
That is true.
He's just a rat,
Motherfucker.
He talk shit about me too, and I'm not around.
All right.
It's just normal. It's normal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I know y'all are fighting Ballas right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I have an issue right now, and I'm just hopefully this information can stay between us, because I'm throwing some trust out here. The Vagos are big dicking us right now. They're big dicking us hard. Where do I start? We've been cooking. You guys have seen. We've run into each other at pretty much all the labs at this point, one way or another. We almost shot you guys because of the fucking green Subaru, which, by the way, thank you for changing the color of your cars. Although I could have sworn I saw you driving one that was very eerily similar to our color. But anyway. Vagos say that they hold down Harmony and the power plant public labs. And that Reggie from the Vagos is in charge of all of this, and it's his fucking operation, and he's the one that calls the shots. Are you guys aware of this, and do you guys have a deal with them to be able to cook there, or do you just cook?
We haven't been cooking for probably like 2-3 weeks, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of focusing on other shit, but we plan on starting to cook here pretty soon.
Okay.
And to be honest, please.
Okay, that's all.
Here's the thing. Reggie was talking to one of my boys, and he was like he was pretty much telling us that you guys can cook whenever you want. I will even tell you when the lab is ready. So,
interesting.
When it comes to labs and stuff like that, they don't want to have any conflict with us, at least.
Of course not, because they know that you guys are a challenge, right? So they're basically trying to big dick everybody else, right? So the Ballas, they hold down the public lab down at the docks.
The docks.
Right? I asked the Vagos, why aren't you taking that one? They said, well, it's hot. And I mean, let's be real, they're all hot. We had the cops at the one at the power plant just a couple days ago, so we couldn't cook there. They're all hot. So I don't know if they have some kind of deal with the Ballas that they're just not talking about, which would make sense. On top of that, we know that they have a private lab and that they've had one for a couple of months. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but we've been told by a couple of sources, and it would make sense from a conversation that I've had with Speedy, where he offered me thousands of bags of meth. And this was when the Ballas faked the document about me being a snitch, and Reggie told me that it was fake and that everybody was going to start to turn on the Ballas to push them out because they're forging documents on ratting and stuff and yada, yada, yada. That's it is what it is. So today, well, actually a couple days ago, the Vagos run up on my crew when I wasn't around at the Harmony place, the lab. And they basically said we owed them like $120K if we continue to sell on the Mesa or something. We fucked up 2 of their cooks, and they hold this down, and we basically can't cook. So I got a hold of Reggie today, and he was like, well, your people lied to me, and since they lied to me about what they were doing, we're taking La Mesa back. So you guys can't sell at La Mesa anymore. That's where we sold. Now, the thing is they never had it in the first place. I've been selling in La Mesa for like the last 2 months. Speedy came to me and suggested that I sell over there because he didn't want me selling in Rancho, which is part of our turf. Little did he know, I already had max rep and have been selling in La Mesa for 2 weeks before that. So they think that Speedy gave me La Mesa. La Mesa's fucking massive. There's only one slither where there's Vagos-like people in La Mesa. All the rest of it is non-Vagos, from the barrio type motherfuckers. So now they're basically saying if we get caught selling in La Mesa, they're going to fucking shoot us. So right now we're in a predicament because we just got out of war with GSF. Now we have money. We have hundreds of thousands of dollars, probably collectively $1 million, to be honest. So we're not hurting for money, but we just got out of quite literally a 2-month war. And we are not looking forward to going into a war with the Vagos that we know we can't win. Not even remotely close. They're going to have wave after wave after wave after wave, and our boys and gal have a hard enough time waking up as it is. The only time we're ever going to be able to put up a fight is throughout these hours, which is fine. We would do what we need to do. But we're trying to find an alternate route in which we don't have to do that, where we can say, you know what, fine, we won't sell in La Mesa, take it. We'll go somewhere else. Our biggest issue right now is we don't have another place to sell. If we sell in Davis, we're going to have to fight the Ballas. Not something that we want to do. Not saying we're scared of them, we just don't want to deal with them. Now, this is where my idea came up and where you guys come in. You guys are currently at war with the Ballas. The Vagos don't give a shit about that lab down at the docks. Now, I know you guys aren't cooking, but you guys are planning to cook again in the future, as you just told me. We feel like we can offer you something if you guys help us out. Now, I'm not talking about going to fight the Vagos, because what we're trying to do here is we're trying to pivot away from the Vagos and give our attention to somewhere else. Now, what I will tell you, and depending on your answers here moving forward, I can give you a little bit more information. But we are planning on getting a private lab. We have things in place. We're working towards it. My first question is, do you guys have a private lab in Grapeseed? And if we go after that one, are we fucking with your shit?
Yes.
Okay. So we will stay clear away from that. That was our guess the whole time. We had no idea. We just assumed that it was probably a Chang Gang related lab. And we were just like, we can't go after that. So this gives us 2 different options. We can either hit the Lost, or we can go hit the Vagos.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, when it comes to private labs, we do have control to one of them in some way. The second one is the Lost, and the third one, from what I've been told, unless things have changed in the last month, is cleanbois. It's not even Vagos. Cleanbois are tight with Vagos.
Yeah, it might be like,
using
how
it.
tight Speedy and Buddha, are, right? So they might be using it together.
Gotcha. Because I've had a source that have seen the Vagos go in there and told me that the Southside one was owned to the Vagos. When I called them out on that today, they called me a fucking dummy and that I didn't know anything. But I've had multiple sources confirm that the Vagos does hold that one down. And this was for a while now.
I know for a fact, like, the info I have was right, at least to an extent. To at some point, maybe things should have changed. But I mean, if you've seen Vagos and it's been some time, maybe they just share the key.
Gotcha. Okay. So if we went after the Lost or we went after the Vagos, does that hurt your business in any way, shape, or form? Okay.
No, but let me tell you something. I was going after last, not me, but some people close to me. I actually don't know when they cook or who's their cook, but they are very serious about their meth business. So you need to expect a full dirty-ass war with Lost MC if you go after their meth lab.
Gotcha. So this is where I come in, and this is my offer to you. We're trying not to get in war with the Vagos, which means the only place that we can really cook is the south side spot. You guys are in war right now with the Ballas. It's only a matter of time before the Ballas wave the white flag. It's just that simple. I'm assuming you guys are going to win this. If you guys do, have you guys thought about making it in part of the terms to end the war that they no longer cook down there and now you guys are the ones holding it down? How do you guys feel about that?
That's not a bad idea.
Okay, good. So listen to this. If you guys do that and you guys give us free reign to cook there, okay, not only will we now sell you materials at $5 a piece indefinitely while we have this deal going on, which if you guys are buying 20,000 materials a week off us, that's saving you 60 G's from what you normally pay us and then whatever back-end money you're making on the back end of that. And that would cement a relationship with you guys and us pretty deeply because we're going to go out there and we're going to get the stuff that you guys need so that you can do whatever it is that you need to do. So we'll not only do that, but here's the kicker. We know that when we get a key, we're never going to be able to hold it because the moment BSK gets something of value, everybody and their dog is going to go after it. So we're going to have two options. We're either going to have to sell it or we're going to have to share it. If that's the case, I know you have access to one now, but perhaps we can work out a deal where you guys then have access to that and you guys claim it as your own so that it has protection and that nobody's fucking with it. And we can give you the key.
Okay.
So here's before you give a final answer, the thing is, Flippy, if you end up doing that and we start cooking down at the south side, we're going to have your help and your blessing to be able to do that. Because if somebody's going to fuck and shoot and go crazy down there and bring the cops down, it's going to fuck up money for all of us. And if we're going to go out there and we're going to grind out and get tens of thousands of materials for y'all, we don't want to just be giving you guys materials and then, have everybody and their dog trying to fuck with us at what would perceive your lab from when you win this war. It'll be a give and take. Like, we can hold our own, Flippy, we can. But we're going to need some presence around us. And I promise you, we are going after one of these labs. And we have things in motion right now to go and get one.
Okay. I'll be honest, I'm not really against the idea, but I want to speak for everybody. I want to talk to the guys and see what they say, everyone that I'm doing my shit with. I don't see why anyone would be against it, but I don't know. We'll see what they come up with. I'm not against it. I guess we'll just have to talk about it and see what they say.
Sure. Is there any other concerns or things you want to put on the table?
Marty, do you have anything? I mean, I personally don't. I think maybe concerns could come up within talking, but yeah.
I just think it'd be a great idea for us to work together in some way, because it's always hard to find value on both sides where one side isn't getting more than the other.
Yeah, that's me thinking of it right now. It's a win-win on both sides.
Correct. Especially with the materials. It's massive. And if we can get that key, that's even bigger. And if we go to war with the Lost, right? Say if we just left the Vagos one alone, assuming that's them or the cleanbois, right? Whatever. Or if they're sharing it, right? We're probably going to be fucking with both. If that's the case, maybe we just go after the Lost one and try and figure out a way to take it, because that's when we're the strongest as well. And we see Reed on that list for Bleach all the time. We know they're cooking. I've talked to Rudy before.
Do you know who's their cook?
I have no idea who their cook is. No idea. And to be honest, going after the Lost is like worst case scenario. I actually like the Lost, and they treat us fairly. But I gotta look at what's best for us. Like, it's either we're gonna get drowned out and we're not gonna be able to cook meth and sell it, or
I have a question.
Yeah.
How many bags do you guys go through a week?
I would say we go through several thousand.
Like how many bricks? Like how many big bags? I guess I was saying.
I would say I would say on average we're getting about 6 to 8 a day. On average, I mean, one day we managed to get 8 cooks, so I mean that was a lot. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, we grinding.
Yeah. So, you know, we go through a lot. The problem is now is we can't really sell at La Mesa without fighting the Vagos. So that's why we opted to come to you first before we went to any of other options out there, because this one seemed the most reasonable, considering it would have been weird for me to tell you to go and take a lab from the Ballas so that we could go cook there, but you're already at war with them. So, like, the stars just aligned. And what a perfect way to end. And you actually get something out of the war and hurt them in some way. And now we can tell the Vagos, well, we've been cooking down at the fucking south side one, the one that you don't care about.
All right, yeah. Let me talk to my boys then, and then I'll hit you up probably by tomorrow.
Perfect. Sounds good. And, yeah, and if we do it, if you need a guarantee on X amount of materials a week, you just let us know. We'll make sure we get it.
Okay, sounds good.
Perfect. I appreciate your time, fellas and lady.
Thank you very much.
That's
Have a good one.
All right. Let's stay here for a second.
Yeah, let's talk. Yeah.
So what do you think?
That went a lot better than I thought it would.
We got a
Yeah.
lot of fucking information there, bro. So
CB.
So Clean Boys. So my guess is Clean Boys and Vagos sharing a key down there.
Yeah.
Because Jax told me that the Vagos was seen going in and out of there, and it's known that it was a Vagos lab. Maybe it was Clean Boys the whole time, but they're just working together. Also, Chang Gang does have grapeseed, but he says he's working with somebody. So who the fuck is that somebody? Like
Chiefs Pirates?
Yeah, just
Street
CGA,
team?
basically.
Yeah.
One of these.
So I just wonder who he has to talk to, though. I mean,
Chang
it really
Gang.
depends on.
Yeah, the big boys.
Yeah,
Fine, boy.
probably Vinny, right? Because Vinny's like always business related, and he's going to deal with the materials. I mean, at $5 a piece, I mean that's pretty intriguing
Definitely
for them,
more.
right? That's pretty fucking intriguing, and they already know that we grind these mats out. So I mean, this is a chess move, but I mean, all the cards are out there, and we got a ton of info. Doesn't seem like they give a fuck about the Vagos. They don't give a fuck about the Lost. They already have access to one, which is probably why we haven't seen them at the public labs to begin with. And we actually seem like we put a great idea in their head about how to end the war with the Ballas.
Ballas, yeah. The question is, if it actually goes for it, if everyone goes for it, where do we sell? I mean,
Well, I think we can either work out a deal with the Marabuntas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or we
or we take La Puerta.
exactly.
I mean, there is also Marietta Heights. I don't know if anyone sells there, but it's a kind of a shitty spot.
Yeah, there's barely any locals.
Yeah,
there.
there's no locals there. La
Really
Puerta
bad
is
spot.
really good, and so is El Barro. El Barro is very good. There's a lot of locals that we could sell to.
Yeah, the board is pretty good.
Is the Vagos claim that as well?
El
Not
Boro.
yet, anyway.
Don't Marabuntas claim that?
It is, but you know how he's being, that's
right.
the Vagos.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I put it all out there.
Do
Yeah,
we still
now
have
we
a
just
conversation with the Lost, maybe? See what their take
I don't
on
think
it is?
so. I don't think we say anything to them right now. I think we wait until we hear back from these guys. If they're down, then I think we plan to take over Lost. I think that's the play, because if it's Clean Boys and the Vagos down there, that's even worse, right? Not that the Clean Boys are going to do shit. Like, they don't seem like the type to bang, but who knows?
I mean, he also mentioned how many bucks do you go through weekly, right, or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm thinking we get to 50 to 80 a week.
Maybe he wants.
to sell. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or like we push their shit, or we buy like something like that. That could also be beneficial. Well, I guess we just wait.
Yeah, I think it went well. I think it went very
sucks
well.
it sucks that like you can't cook someone else's recipe. You know what I mean? Like if you had their recipe and you could cook their strain,
Yeah.
that would
Be a
so
game changer.
Oh, it'd be insane.
Speaking of, we have to bleach, so.
Yeah, I say we go cook. To be fucking honest with you.